Father's Day is meant to celebrate the importance of a dad in a child's life. And for our next two guests, the journey to parenthood began 21 months ago. But in just a few short weeks now, they will welcome their brand new son into the world. Joining us to tell their story is Jordan Letschert and Robbie Price. Welcome, guys. The baby is on the way. How long until he's due?
Got about 3 weeks left.
3 weeks. Tell me how this happened. Now, you guys are married.
Yes. Yeah, we got married in May of last year.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And then you started the process to have this child.
We started the process actually before that.
Yeah.
We started it out in California. We sort of crossed the nation to get this done. We had a surrogacy agent in Florida, and the doctors that did the whole IVF process were in Los Angeles, and we had to go back and forth. And 21 months later, and we'll soon here have a little son.
Now, no one was pregnant for 21 months, right? This is happening right now.
It's not like an elephant gestation.
Yeah, that does sound like an elephant.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, I want to ask this. Are you both the fathers? Can that happen? Both of you will be DNA fathers?
No, the way that happened was when we went out to California, our IVF clinic, they set us up, they gave us a suggestion on several different egg donor agencies. And so we had to find an egg donor agency that kind of fit well with us. And we chose an egg donor agency that we were able to meet an egg donor. And we got all of her medical history and found one that was actually willing to meet and to donate to a same-sex couple.
And this is a picture of you in that process?
Yeah, that was us, on the day of our transfer. And so it was wonderful that we got to Skype with our donor, and so she agreed to work with us, and it was she was a really wonderful woman. And so
that picture is actually our son at 5 days, where he's just eight cells old before they do the transfer into the surrogate.
Oh, that's so you both donated sperm.
Correct. Yeah,
and they transferred one from each of us, unknowing. So one took, so we don't know who the biological father is. But since we're married under Florida law, if you're married in you went through a surrogacy, you both are considered the natural born parents. So we went with our attorney to a circuit court judge, and he gave us a pre-birth order. So the second our son is born, we are the legal parents, and we would be parent one and parent two on the birth certificate.
So the Florida marriage law was really important in this case, in the case of having a child.
Yes, prior to the marriage equality in Florida, you could not do a same-sex surrogacy in Florida because you had to be married. That actually applied to both same-sex couples and heterosexual couples.
But it wasn't fair because you couldn't get married if you were a same-sex couple before.
But then things changed, so we were able to have our surrogate who was in Tampa, but we still kept our doctor out in LA.
How excited are you about this process?
You followed the ultrasounds, I'll bet?
We've been to every single one.
Oh, you've been there.
Okay, so you obviously know and have a relationship with your surrogate.
Yeah, that's the very first ultrasound. That little is pointing at the heartbeat.
You see the heartbeat?
Just a few weeks after.
Yeah, that was about 5 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks.
And at that point, the baby's the size of a grain of rice.
And what is this now?
So this next one is the first time we actually got to see on the right or on the left side of the screen. You'll see his head, and then you'll see right on the bottom side. That's his hand.
Oh,
and that's his hand.
he's
He's kind of
waving.
waving.
Hi,
So that was the
Dad.
first time we actually got to see him waving, and that was right around Christmas time. So it was kind of like he was saying, "Hi, Dad." So
That's amazing.
that was really exciting for us.
How do you know the surrogate mother will give it up? I've seen too many movies.
Well, it's funny because
You're watching last night.
everybody says, when we met with our surrogacy company, our surrogacy agency, she said the number one question that intended parents have is, what happens if the surrogate doesn't want to give up the baby? And she countered us and said, the number one question a surrogate has for intended parents is, what happens if the intended parents don't want the baby? So don't worry about it.
And the legal question is, the legal answer to that is that the surrogate actually is not the biological parent. The egg donor and she terminated her rights. So the surrogate actually is carrying the baby, but does not have any genetic or legal guardianship over the
So the surrogate isn't the egg donor also? It's
Correct. It's completely different for that reason.
Right. Now tell us about delivery.
So delivery,
Will you be there?
Yes, we're going to be at All Children's Hospital. We're going to be their first same-sex male couple that's doing a surrogacy. They've been more than great with us, bending over backwards, taking care of us since week 17. And so we will be there. They've given us exceptions in case it has to be a C-section. Instead of having one person in the room, they'll allow us both.
Oh, good.
So they've really been bending over backwards to make this be a enjoyable experience for us all. That was our announcement, when we put it on Facebook, and it was a boy.
How did you feel when you saw those ultrasounds and that little guy waving in there?
Well, I cry at pretty much everything. I'll admit it. Now everybody knows, but I cried at everything. A good coffee commercial, they have Folgers. I'm sorry.
Oh, and you start crying.
I cried at good Folgers commercial, so I cried all of them.
Right.
I'm so excited.
But when you think about, to go from not being able to do this and now your dream of having children coming true, do you really see how huge this is?
It is.
Yeah, it's a huge deal. I mean, when I came out, I was only 17. I'm 30, almost 34 next week. And one of the hardest things was to think that you were never going to have a family, that there was this glass ceiling, that you could never have a family, never have kids. And 17 years later, I'm married and we're about to have a son.
Yes, and we've got a gift for you. Something you're going to need.
Something we promise you can use. This is from all of us at ABC7.
Thank you. So wonderful.
When you are changing
Excited
those
for you.
diapers,
That's wonderful.
remember
Thank you.
us.
Let us know if you need any lessons.
Yes.
And he's coming in the middle of the night.
Don't call me.
I want to know what he's going to call you.
Kellen Joseph. Oh, that's his name.
Joseph is his name.
Oh,
What's
that's
Joseph
it.
going to call you?
One of us will be dad, one will be daddy. So
Yeah, he may
we'll
make
let
up
him
his own
decide.
mind.
And he'll figure it out.
Say goodbye.
Thank
Oh,
you.
congratulations,
Very
guys.
nice.
Be sure and send us pictures.
We will.
And coming up next, Cutting Loose is going to tell us